In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Beat Detective. So in the previous video, I'd spoken about how to prep it to find the tempo, and we discovered that this track here is set to 143. Now, what I need to do in order to do the Beat Detective, I actually want to kind of base it around the kick and the snare. The reason is that I want the biggest parts of the drums in terms of the pulse to be on the button in terms of the grid. The rest of it, though, I want it to have that push and pull, in terms of the track. So the way to do that is I'm going to very quickly zoom in. So using the option F, I'm going to just take it out of grid mode for a minute and go slip. So I've got option F. And if we go in a bit closer, actually, I want to see which one of these bass drums is the first. So this one here is just marginally. So that's going to be my kick that I'm going to use, and I've got a bit too far out there, so just come back in a bit. So that's going to be my focus for the main beat that I'm going to want everything to conform to, and then the snare. I'm going to group those together, and then what I'm going to do is then option shift and remove the so I'm just going to rest of kit. So the first thing I need to do is I want to treat the kick and the snare together. So what I am going to do is do Command 8 on the keypad. That brings up Beat Detective. So I'm going to set it to clip separation. So I'm going to tab to transient. So make sure that this is on. Tab to transient. So I'm going to go to there. And for this, I'm going to go into grid mode now. So that's F4. And I'm going to select 8 bars. Because the best way to use Beat Detective is in short kind of phases. So I'm going to do that up to the end of beat for 9. So just come out of this a bit just to zoom out so I can see everything. And I'm just going to, you see that already it has done some analysis from previously. But essentially I'm going to do clip separation. I'm going to go, so it's showing me where it starts, where it ends, the time signature, the power, what kind of rhythm it's playing in. So it's playing in 16ths. So I'm going to hit capture selection, and then I'm going to hit analysis or analyze. It'll analyze that, and then I can just move this, and you'll start to see these lines appear. I just basically want to select them all when they're all highlighted. So about 19, and if I go more than that, you'll start to see it picks up in between transients as well. But these are the main ones. You can do beats as well, so it just focus on the beats as I bring that up. But those are the main beats. But for this, I want sub beats because it's 8th notes as well. So up to about 24 is looking good. Once I've done that, I'm now going to select the rest of the kit. So I'm going to tap on this group here, and then holding Shift semicolon selects the rest of the kit. So I'm going to hit separate because it's the kick and the snare that is deemed where the separation point is. I'm now going to click on Clip Conform. I want it to conform. So if you watch carefully, they'll start to move everything based on those beats. I'm going to hit conform. So it's just now move things, and you'll notice there'll be little gaps. So Pro Tools has got a thing called Edit Smoothing. So I'm going to click on Edit Smoothing. And it's got crossfade length of 5 milliseconds, which is perfect. Fill and crossfade is what I'm going to select and hit Smooth. And it'll fill in the gaps. Then when I hit play, that now plays around perfectly. So what I've done there is now got the first 8 bars and I'm happy. And then the next thing to do is to move on and select then the next 8. So I just did the shift click, so I make sure I've got them. I'm going to go capture selection. And I'm going to do analyze. So it's analyzed. It looks like it's just missed something there. So I'm just going to do that until it's got them all. It's not missing anything. I'm going to then click on the rest of the kit. Shift semicolon. So it selects the rest of the drums. I'm going to go clip. I'm going to hit separate. Go to clip conform. And then I'm going to get it to conform. So you can see the movement again. And now I'm going to go to Edit Smoothing and then Fill Gaps and click Smooth. And there we go. So the good thing is now it's done 16 bars. I'm just going to quickly listen to that and check it out. So I'm going to go from here. So that's sounding pretty cool. What might be worth looking at as well is if I zoom in a bit more and just go in, it's just checking though as well, because it's not totally infallible. So I'm going to have another group now where I have it all as all drums. So I'm going to have them all selected here. Another group, all drums. Click OK. And then I'm just going to deselect those and just use the all drums group now. Make this a bit bigger. And just double check everything, that where the fades are. And the other thing I can do is turn the tab to transit off. So now it's going to tab to regions. So if I start there, it'll tab to the beginning of each region that I've got here. And I might just want to actually just going to put it to slip and just drag out certain parts if I'm not happy with where it's split the clip. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit more and go tab. That's looking okay there. Okay, tab there. That one's looking all right. And that's looking okay. So far, it's looking pretty good that everything is before. And if I'm not happy, I can just pull this along so that I get it so that I don't miss any of the transients that the beat detective might have eliminated. So I'm just going to keep moving along. Looking good. But yeah, as I say, then you carry on and you do the whole track. And once you've done the whole song, is then to do the final part, which is to consolidate all your drums. So what you do is then, if you had all your drums, you'd select them all. And you can go up to Edit and go Consolidate Clip, which is also Option Shift 3. So we click on that. And what Pro Tools will do now is render all the tracks with your beat detective markers and make them complete audio files. So you're now committing to it, and they're once again whole files. So there you go. There's Beat Detective.